gamblers, the degenerate gamblers. We're just banking, betting on everything, man. What's going on, Steve? I'm here with my boy Steve Valente. Uh,
Howie,
we're in the
Howie, just
doldrums of summer.
Howie, open it up with the breaking news. Don't even wait. Just get into it. Tell them. Tell everybody.
Okay, so here's where we are. Uh, I've been at the barn since 5 a.m. hanging out with horses. And our little pony, Hoosick Falls, had a nice little workout today. And it looks like he's running his first race next Thursday
Where, Howie?
at Saratoga Racecourse in $100,000 maiden special weight.
Let's
Um,
go. You got to
our,
be fired up, Howie.
our little guy's getting thrown right to the wolves right from the get go. He's going against the best 2-year-olds in the world. Uh, Johnny V wrote him today and said, "Man, he just worked out great, phenomenal, had an awesome workout." And then Johnny V went to get on a Linda Rice horse and he got kicked in the arm. I hope he's okay.
That's not good. Might
No,
be some breaking news for betting today, because Johnny's on a live horse in the feature today, right?
yeah, he took one in the arm. He got kicked in the fucking. Listen, man, these guys.
No joke.
It's a dangerous job riding a horse. Like I'm telling, I see these horses just flip out, snap. We had one go by us today and just the jockey almost got thrown in a small confined area. I'm up against the wall like this, hoping I don't get kicked. Um, but yeah, it's a tough sport, man. But we got live racing today. It's a beautiful day in Saratoga. Uh, we're in the time of year right now. There's no basketball, no football. We got baseball. I will say this: I did have the winner of the home run derby the other night at plus 360. Um,
Old big dumper.
the kid from Seattle, he's a mutant.
Tank ass.
I like that kid, and
Cal Raleigh,
we had
man.
that.
He Florida State alum. Dad was a coach at Tennessee.
Yeah,
Uncle owns a baseball training facility in Binghamton. Adam, my partner here at DBAT, was there. The teams had the New York State championships there this year, and they went into his facility before. He talked to the uncle for a while. Actually, even saw him last weekend out at your old stomping grounds in Cortland. They had a baseball tournament there. But yeah,
yeah.
Cal Raleigh's historic season for a catcher so far.
He can smack it. But I had him winning the home run derby at 360. We hit that. We had a good week last week. Both baseball and horse racing. Had one. I was like 3 for 4. With horse racing, and I think it helps hanging out in the barns, man, because it's amazing. These guys, they hear something. This horse ran well. This horse ran a 46, but the clocker actually had him at 50. So most people don't know that he's flying. You hear some interesting shit.
Listen, you got the inside track on my uncle's horse yesterday before I knew it was even running.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I wrote it down wrong, but I meant to say Linda Rice's horse in the fourth race, the 2 horse. Yeah, that was Roddy Valenti's horse. I heard that yesterday morning that horse, because our barn, we're in Linda Rice's barn. We have 4 stalls in her barn, and that's where Hoosick Falls is.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that yesterday that he had a horse that she was dropping down, and the horse had a legit shot. And I mean, the horse barely won.
Barely by buck teeth and all.
I couldn't tell, man, but
Yeah.
it went off 3-1. It's a decent price.
Carmouche rode it good, rode it out.
We're gonna
He
stick
also
with
had
horse
one.
racing right now. We got 4 or 5 races we're going over this weekend. Pay attention, because we got some winners for you. I'm bringing in the expert right now, Frank Lyons, down in Kentucky. What's up, Big Frank?
What's up, Howie? I bought a new iPad, but I can't get the freaking thing to work. So
Frank, I'm shocked you're having technical difficulties.
I know. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm so untechnical.
Did you buy
Okay.
an iPad or an actual laptop?
No, an iPad, and because They said I can do everything on it, and I thought it'd be nice to be able to carry around and stuff. And yeah, no, can't get into it. I got it yesterday, but I'll have it figured out next week.
Yeah, you know, just you can take a quick course in that. You can have your podcast and stuff here.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
have like your favorite top 2 or 3 porn sites here. You can
sure,
talk to
sure.
family on
Well,
the
I have another
bottom.
iPad for that.
Yeah. You gotta have that. You gotta
Yeah.
be. It's all in business today. But
Who's that
um,
photo behind you, Howie?
that's
I see it.
Secretariat.
That's Secretariat. Oh yeah,
Ron Turcott.
Ron Turcott. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's the big one.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I was actually I was talking to Doug Cawthon, Steve Cawthon's brother, about the 70, well, I think it was 78 when affirmed met Alidar in the Travers Stakes.
Oh, that's
And
right. Yeah.
one of the few times affirmed actually won the race, but you didn't win because they brought him down, and Alidar
Yeah.
ended up winning the race.
That's right. Remember, I told you that Alidar and Affirmed were only separated by less than 10 feet out of covering 33,000 feet together over like
10 races.
10 races. 10 races. Yeah. That's amazing.
I couldn't believe that those two horses, they hooked up together 5 times before they ever even met in the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's incredible.
That's back when horses just ran.
Yeah. Well, speaking of running, we got a hell of a race weekend.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we start right off today, Friday, right over here at Saratoga. With what's the race? I'm looking. Chauvet Stakes.
Chauvet
Stakes. Yeah. Chauvet was a great race mare, you know, and they have that race named after her. It's been a terrific race through the years. I don't think that they have the strongest Chauvet up there today, and it's very interesting because Raging Sea will be a short price favorite, but she, you know, she stubbed a toe last time out. She didn't have much pace to run at. And Dancing Move beat her by 2 3/4 lengths in that race. She's going to be on the lead again today, but there looks like to be pace in the race with Malibu Beauty on the outside. So they, like Raging Seas connections, will very much want Malibu Beauty to stay in the race. But Malibu Beauty, they're talking about maybe scratching, maybe running or somewhere else. And that will be that'll make it more difficult for Raging Sea, and it might give you the opportunity to maybe bet on something else in the race because also Leslie's Rose is in the matchmaker tomorrow, I think it is, at Monmouth Park, and so it could be that maybe Jose Ortiz is going to be able to steal that on Dancing Move, you know, because Raging Sea, if those two horses scratch, there won't be much pace to run at. So she needs those horses to stay in there.
Yeah, Chad Brown's definitely got her as the favorite here. But like you say, you got Pride's Crossing, Leslie's Rose. I guess, you know, anyone could win this race.
Well, no, I mean, like Raging Sea will be even money, and Dancing Move will be about 5-2. So, I mean, I couldn't blame you taking a chance on one of the Ortiz boys on a lonely lead on the second choice, and he does things in the saddle that's both Irad and himself, Jose, do things in the saddle that are kind of unequaled. You know, they go back, you know, to like they're like generational riders. They do their own work. They come out. They're their own agent. You know, I mean, they have Steve Rushing who does an excellent job, but they're basically their own agents. They hustle everything they get, and they're hustling when they're asleep.
Yeah, they're tough. And you know, both names up. When I was telling Steve earlier, I just got back from the barns, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Johnny V took our horse for a little stroll this morning.
Oh yeah.
And
he worked.
You know, he jogged half a mile in 47. Johnny came back and said he's ready.
Really.
So we entered him next Thursday. He'll be running next
Very
Thursday.
good.
We're waiting to
Very
hear back
good.
what race.
You know that's a fine accomplishment in its own right, just to get him to the races. You know, I mean,
listen.
so many things can happen, and so many things can happen between now and next Thursday. You know, But you're entering him. That's great, and
we entered him.
He's just got better and better every
Yeah.
day. You know, you're entering. With entering a horse by a sire who's coming up with runner after runner right now.
Authentics are on fire. You know, is he good? He's in tough. I'm not gonna lie. This is a tough race. It's $100,000 maiden special weight. These are the best 2-year-olds in the world.
That's the best 2-year-olds in the world, and
you know,
yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely the toughest circuit to run a young horse in. Like, to be honest with you, I'd be kind of I'd be happy if he just shows something. You know,
yeah.
Don't expect him to win.
Yes.
Just don't jump out last and stay last.
No, I just, if he just does what he's been doing, he's been training great.
Yeah.
He's in good spirits, smart horse. If he just shows up and runs and has a good race, that's all we ask for.
Yeah. Well, it's very good that Johnny is going to ride him. Johnny is going to ride him, right?
Yes. Well, that was, you see, we had the meeting, and all these names came up. Ortiz brothers, a bunch of different, and I said, listen.
When did you have this meeting?
About a month ago.
Oh, was this before you put Johnny on him?
Yes. And I said, give me a chance. Let me make some call. I want to get Johnny V on him. Look, if you got a 2-year-old, that's who you want. You want an older Hall of Fame guy that has a good feeling for it. I just feel comfortable with him on it.
Yeah, well, another thing is that Johnny is a very good 2-year-old rider because he's not that hard on them. This is like, it's a big experience for them to run first time out, and you don't want them to get a bad, feeling or anything bad to happen to them, because horses are like humans, and especially with Phil. Not very forgiving at all, and
right.
So you don't want to hit them, a lot, and you don't get them bumped around, and you just want them to have a good experience. And obviously, the better they finish, the happier you are.
And he goes out, he jogs him, he comes back, and he says, it was a great trip. He's ready, and then he proceeded to get kicked by one of Linda Rice's horses. He got kicked in the arm. So
that's
I'm waiting to get the report that he's okay.
Yeah, golly, that's a rider down in I think it was in Australia recently, 2 weeks ago. She got killed. She jumped off a horse. Horse turned around, kicked her in the head. She's dead, and that can happen. Like in any moment, you always got to be so careful around these horses.
You're not kidding. Like, I had my back against the wall. They were walking, horses after they just breezed, they're walking them around. And this one horse from Linda Rice's horse just snapped and went crazy. He had the rider on him. He started bucking, and I'm like, we're all gonna die. He's gonna take us all out.
Yeah,
they're dangerous.
Wow. Well, they are very dangerous animals.
Yeah, they're just so big. They're so big. You got long legs. Yeah, you get kicked by one of those. That's like a Mike Tyson left hook times 100.
Times 100.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not good. So there we have the Chevrolet today. Then we go and let's cover the next race. I got all these down there. After the Chevrolet, we have the
Caress. Well, we have the Haskell tomorrow, which is just an incredible race at Monmouth, and we got an incredible card at Monmouth. Do you want to do the Haskell?
Let's do the Haskell, because Johnny V's riding that bracket buster. Well, supposedly, we'll see.
Yeah. yeah. I mean, that horse. He did show up at Monmouth last time out,
Yeah.
And won by like he does the best race of his life, and and Victoria Oliver trains him, and she's a great girl who comes from a great family. Her father is G. Watts Humphrey, who is Rusty Arnold's big owner and has been for many, many years. And it'd be great to see Vicky get the win with Bracket Buster. And Johnny rides it. He has ridden it one time in the past, and it was to a win in a maiden special weight at Keeneland. So he's going to be a long shot. But,
Yeah.
journalism is going to be a very short price favorite. And
4 to 5.
I mean, like, I wouldn't blame you if you said that I'm going to take a chance against this horse today, because he has danced every dance this year, and he's shipped back to California twice. He and he's been so well traveled, and he is the best horse. And Mike McCarthy said he's working. The reason that he said I have to run him in the Haskell because he's going to he's bouncing off the walls out here in California. He's showing every sign that he wants to run.
Yeah, he's and that this Haskell guys looks like a pretty loaded race. There's some good horses in this.
There is some good horses. Burnham Square, he's a very good horse. He had some excuses in the Derby when he was sixth, beaten 10.5 lengths, but Brian Hernandez got in all sorts of trouble that day. He should have been closer. And now he's had one run since the Kentucky Derby. That was in the Matt Winn when he finished second by a half length to East Avenue Cole Battle, who was also in the Derby and danced all those dances. He was third. And Burnham Square has always been a very, very good horse. And I see him running a huge race tomorrow. Also see Gosker. I had dinner with Brendan the other night, Brendan Walsh, who's the trainer of Gosker. And he told me, he said, I'm going to win the Haskell on Saturday. Now, Gosker finished a half a length behind Journalism last time out. Journalism had, all sorts of trouble there on the turn for home and should have won easier. But now, Gosker has had time to develop. While he ran in the Preakness Stakes, he's only had 3 races this year. Burnham Square's had 5 races already, and Journalism has had 5 races already, 5 of the toughest races that you could ever run in. And they were, and now he's, they say he's coming back. He's going to, he's going to be the same Journalism. Maybe he'll be better. But in my experience, you dance every dance. Sometime you're going to get, you're going to get beat eventually, because you can't. These aren't. They're not machines. Eventually they've had enough of. I always say it's like writing a check. Writing a check. When you write a check, you pull it out, you give it. One day you get to the end of that checkbook and there's no more checks. That's that's the way it is with horses. I mean, they need time off.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of Flavian Pratt's horse, Goal? Because there's another one like Oscar. They'll probably both go out 4 or 5 to 1.
Yeah, goal oriented. Well, he's the horse that him and Clever again. They're the 2 horses that got mugged turning for home in the Preakness. And he got banged all around. Now Bob Baffert took him back to California, and he's had a bullet workout every time since. Yeah, well, his last 3 workouts have been bullet workouts: 58 and 3, 58 flat, 59 and 1. And Bob Baffert will have that horse. He'll be a better horse coming back now, because that was just his 3rd start in the Preakness. And Bob Baffert he's no fool, and he wouldn't be coming here if he didn't see an improvement and a way to win this race. So I couldn't blame you betting on goal oriented. I personally don't think he's good enough, but that's my opinion. And if you got an opinion that you're going to bet on him to win, I would never talk you off of him.
Right. No, I mean, this is such a tough race because you look at it up and down, and I don't care who you like, it all comes back to journalism. I mean, that's the horse you got to beat.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But you're going to get 3 to 5, or 1 to 2.
Yeah.
And now is, I find there is excuses there to have journalism not run his A race. I'm sure he's going to run really great and will probably win the Haskell. But I mean, I just think that there's an opportunity for gamblers to bet on something else and maybe turn out that they're right.
I mean, yeah, there seems to be some decent value in that race.
Do you know
Um,
the horse that I would pick to beat journalism tomorrow? Not that I say that he's going to beat journalism, but the horse would be Gosker, the horse of Brendan Walsh's. In the Preakness, he was. I asked Brendan. I said, "Did you get up out of your chair in the Preakness?" And he said, "Absolutely. I thought the horse was going to win."
that's I mean, that's something we got to watch tomorrow.
No, that race,
That
that was journalism. That amazing close by journalism. It was unbelievable, that race. I mean, he had that race all but won. Couldn't believe it when journalism came back and clipped him at the wire.
Yeah, that's what Brendan Walsh said.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to fucking win.
That was crazy. So we go over to the other race, the coaches.
The Coaching Club American Oaks. Yes. Another great race through the years, and no exception tomorrow. Immersive, the champion 2-year-old from last year, she has 2 wins at Saratoga. Her first 2 starts were at Saratoga, where she won easy. Now she came back her first race as a 3-year-old. They were disappointed. She was 1 to 2 in the betting, and she got beat a neck in a 4-horse field. But she was going 2 turns in her first start back as a 3-year-old. So forgive her for that effort. Now she comes back up to the Grade 1 Coaching Club American Oaks, and she got to take on La Cara, who is going for the Eclipse Award, having won the Ashland and won the Acorn last time out, 2 Grade 1s. Now she wins a 3rd Grade 1 today. She's obviously the horse to beat as far as
That's
the
Mark
Eclipse
Casse.
Award.
That's Casse's horse.
That's Cassie's filly.
And he got his
She'll
4,000
be
win yesterday.
yeah, that's it. 4,000 wins. Yeah, he's
That's
having
insane.
he's having an incredible year, and he's got everything just firing on the. It's all going really well for Mark Cassie right now, and it'll probably go really well for him today or tomorrow, because La Cara, she'll be a second choice in the race,
Yeah,
and
2-1.
she arguably should be favorite. Now the one thing about her is she kind of got a good race, bad race kind of record going. She was 9th beaten 13 lengths in the Kentucky Oaks, and she didn't show up at all that day. She had the lead and she faltered early in the race. Now she'll have the lead again tomorrow. I don't think I mean, like Scottish Lassie is actually a filly that I like in the race, because Scottish Lassie, she won't. Immersive and La Cara are going to hook up from the start. Okay, they're going to have their eyes on each other, and they're not going to have their eyes anywhere near Scottish Lassie. She was 3rd beaten 3.5 or 3.25 to La Cara last time out. That was on a sloppy racetrack. On a faster racetrack tomorrow, she'll be a better filly. She'll get a good trip, and she'll be watching La Cara and Immersive hook up, and then perhaps come and get them.
I like a closer, and you got Rosario riding.
You got Rosario riding for the first time, and look at her form. She was only like 3.5 to 1 in the Breeders' Cup against Immersive when she was 4th beaten 7, and that was just her 3rd start. That was basically after her maiden win. She goes straight into Grade 1. She goes off a second choice. And Jorge Abreu, I should say, he is an excellent trainer, and I think that Scottish Lassie is going to show a huge effort tomorrow, and she'll be a prize.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I think you might get 5-1 on her.
You might. Yep. Immersive, like she was the champion 2-year-old. She looked fantastic last year, and when everyone's going to have their eyes on her to perform like she did as a 2-year-old. But she really, even though she won 3 Grade Ones as a 2-year-old, she didn't really beat that much. Yeah, kind of like Good Cheer. The knock on her was she was 6 for 6 or 7 for 7. But had she really run against anything, and she came apart last time against Lacara, and she comes from Brad Cox's barn also.
All right, well that's good value in that race we have. So we're fading the favorites, and we're hoping that Scottish Lassie can make a turn for home and catch these guys.
Frank, what about the 2-horse, Jose Ortiz, Sweet Serpent?
So this, I mean, I don't think she's good enough, but she is by Quality Road, and she cost 900,000 at Keeneland in September as a yearling, and she won her last 2. She's got Sherry DeVoe in her corner. No one's hotter than Sherry DeVoe right now, and no one's hotter than Jose Ortiz. And Jose Ortiz was aboard her 2-back when she broke her maiden. She doesn't look good enough, but she is by Quality Road out of a Bernardini mare, who is the broodmare of Sovereignty, and she will be getting better. So I do see they're just 3-year-olds. They're all changing, getting better, getting a little worse. Some are getting better, some are getting worse. Some are staying the same, it's like with Immersive, you wonder how she trained on as from 2 to 3, because some horses don't develop like other horses, so that's still a question mark out for Immersive. She's going to be 7 to 5 tomorrow, so I don't want to have I'd rather back a Scottish Lassie at 5 to 1 or 9 to 2 and take a chance, because I don't think Immersive or Lacara are any champions. They're very good fillies, but I don't think they're champions.
That's a good point. So yeah, we'll be looking for that horse coming off the pace tomorrow. Scottish Lassie. So
I like her tomorrow.
Speaking of tons of value, this next race tomorrow, the Caress.
Yes.
5.5 furlong on the grass, on the turf, and you have basically you have tons of solid trainers. Asmussen has a horse, Miguel Quilema has a horse, Casa has a horse, and this is basically 12 horse field.
Well, it's going to be a mad dash. 5.5 furlongs. But the horse that I like is the Future Is Now. She'll be favored, probably her second choice, but she'll be favored. Now the thing about it is it going to rain? Is it going to be on the grass? All of these races are taken off the grass these days at Saratoga. Yeah. And the first one to come off the grass will be a 5.5 furlong sprint, because they really tear the turf course up. So
I don't think it's supposed to rain. I think we should have dry weather.
Clear.
Yes, I heard it's supposed to be dry. So we'll handicap for a dry course, and the horse to beat is Future Is Now, Paco Lopez. Paco was aboard her last time out in the Intercontinental when she got beat a half a length by Pipsy, but she was steadied off the heels. She got in trouble. She was down inside. Now she goes from the 2-hole to the 7-hole, so she got a better draw, and she had 3 in a row. She's like, you look at her form, she won 8 of 16. She's just so tough and honest. And, I never like to take a short price favorite in a 5.5 furlong sprint. But when when you've seen her run, Future Is Now, like you know that she is just going to show up every time, and she the race, it looks like the pace is going to suit her. She doesn't necessarily have to have the lead. She'll be close up, And I think that Paco's in the post position there that he's going to take advantage of that tomorrow.
So you're going with the Maryland bred. Future is now a favorite. Well, we got to talk
Yep.
about these 3 Irish horses, the 4, 5, and 6, because you got the 4 with Kendrick Carmouche, one of my and Sherry DeVoe, one of my favorite jockeys.
Yeah.
That's an Irish horse, 6-1.
Sure. Yeah.
Good. Then you got Pandora's Gift, another Irish horse, Rosario and Miguel Clement. That's a great combo.
Yeah.
And then you got the horse you just talked about, Pipsy.
Yeah, Joe rides Pandora's Gift for the first time. I think he's really going to suit her. For Miguel Clement, he's ridden and Joel is the best grass sprint rider. Well, there's no one better than Joel. And Miguel Clement has this filly. She was second beating the nose to Future Is Now, and she was actually favored over Future Is Now back in the Giants Causeway at Keeneland. And so I could see Pandora's Gift, toppling Future Is Now. But I'm going to go with Future Is Now, but I have all respect for Pandora's Gift. I give her a huge chance in there. I mean, she's a second to Future Is Now. She's 5-1, and Future Is Now is 5-2, and you've got Joel Rosario on her for the first time. So if you like Pandora's Gift, I would go with Pandora's Gift. The other Irish filly is Pipsy, who's won 2 in a row. And Joel was actually aboard Pipsy when she won 2 back. She won an allowance race at Keeneland, so he knows her. And then Jose Ortiz rode her last time at the Intercontinental, and she won. She went gate to wire, beating Future Is Now that day. And so, but she was, you see the weights. She was getting 6 pounds from Future Is Now. That's the reason she's favored today. She was getting 6 pounds from Future Is Now. Future Is Now carried 124 pounds. Pipsy carried 118. Now they're both carrying 126. And if you don't think 8 pounds makes a difference of a nose,
wow,
I'll beg to differ with you.
What about this number 10, the favorite, 2-1, Helena's Forte?
Main track only.
Okay, that's main track only?
Main track only.
Thank you, Steve, because I'm also looking at George Weaver's got a main track only number 12 horse, which whenever I see there's a grass race, I see George Weaver, I get excited, but I'll be skipping that one.
Well, especially grass sprint. Yeah. And the other horse there will probably come out is the 2 horse, Zeltos. She's only ran on the grass twice. I would say that Steve Asmussen has her in, hoping that it was going to rain, but she could run, and if she does, she's earned $1 million and $1,100,000. So, and she's out of her Doubt's Choice mare, who's an Australian brilliant sire, brilliant racehorse. So maybe she will stay in.
Now that brings us to our final race tomorrow, and this is a monster of a race. You got the Vanderbilt at Saratoga, grade 2, $400,000, 4-year-olds and up. These are mature horses, and this is a stacked field too, Steve. This is a stacked field. I mean,
even you look at the 3 horse, Damon's Mound, 15-1. I'd give him a chance.
Billy Mott Jr. Absolutely.
Like how many times have we seen them show up? And the horse. I mean, he's going to be a long shot, but that horse, he's won 3 of 5 at this distance. I like the 4 horse Mulligan. He runs second to Buckham Dano, who he's got to face again tomorrow. But he looked all over the winner, turning for home, and he got run down by Buckham Dano. Now, it's 6 furlongs tomorrow. It was 6.5 furlongs that day. It's his 3rd race off the layoff, and I believe his 3rd race is going to be his best race. I believe he needed that race last time out.
Last tour in the slop,
he looked like the winner turning for home. Last was in the slop. Last 2 races was in the slop, and tomorrow we're talking about a fast racetrack. Last time he ran at Saratoga on a fast racetrack, you see, was the grade 1 Forgo last year, where he won by 5 3/4. I think you're going to get a better version Mulligan tomorrow. You're going to, Buckham is a really, really fantastic racehorse, trained by the Irishman Derek Ryan. And he's by Bucero, who is a terrific $10,000 stallion. You can't go wrong with him. And he's, obviously he's going to be favored and the horse to beat. But I believe Mulligan is going to win tomorrow. Also, Skelly on the rail. He has to have the lead to win, and he is going to have the lead, but he's going to be pressed every step of the way, and down from the inside. He from the inside, you really only have one way to go. That's show speed. If you're drawn on the outside, you can survey the situation on the outside and save your horse a little bit. He's not going to be able to save Scally, and I think that he'll be compromised from where he's drawn. Mulligan is the bet in that race tomorrow.
Yeah, I kind of like him too. I think Wesley Ward may show up with this Nakatomi, the 8 horse.
Absolutely. You see, Asmail Jaramillo is riding him. He's coming up from Florida, and he's just coming up especially to ride this horse. He was on him in the Golden Shaheen in Maidan and in the United Arab Emirates, and he just got beat a neck that day. So Wesley decided that he suited him the best, and he's got Nakatomi. Nakatomi, he already won the Vanderbilt last year, so he's going for back-to-back wins, and he beat Skelly on that day. Now I think it's a bit tougher race with Mulligan and Buckham in the race tomorrow, and Nakatomi finished 5th, beaten 5 1/4 lengths behind Buckham and Mulligan as the favourite last time out. So, I mean, Nakatomi, he's drawn on the outside. He'll be able to survey the situation, unlike Ricardo Santana on Skelly. But I could see Nakatomi win the race also tomorrow, but I'll go with Mulligan.
It's going to be a great race. That's going to there's some good races in tomorrow in Saratoga. I will definitely be over there.
Hey, and so today is one of the biggest days in horse racing. Opening day at Del Mar.
Oh,
going back
opening
to
day
Cali.
at Del Mar. And Del Mar is a place we all hopefully will be in November. That's just a great track.
Yes, exactly. Hopefully you'll have a runner.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll be, so if you like what you hear, look, join whop.com, follow me, go to How We Do on YouTube. I'll be sleeping in the barn from tomorrow until next Thursday. I'll be sleeping with the horse.
Right. Yeah.
Security.
You'll be doing them up in the page of the Bible.
Yeah. I'll be doing everything, man. I'll be getting up Thursday morning. I got Jesus, I got Mary, I got some rosaries, I got a prayer mat, I hit Allah, I got Buddha, I rub Buddha like 6 times. I hit them all.
Yes, good.
What about Joe Boo from Major League?
That's it. And
that'll help.
Next Thursday, I'll be running on no sleep, but it won't matter. And like Frank says, we just hope for a good, healthy race. And hopefully Johnny's arm is okay. I got to find out how he is.
I'm excited for you too, Harry.
He got kicked.
Yeah. He don't need his arm to ride a horse.
Yeah, you only need one, right? You keep the whip in your teeth. Well, that's it for this weekend, Frank. You're still down. Are you at Ellis Park still?
Yes, indeed. We just ride one horse for Rick Dutrow tomorrow, and
okay.
So hopefully we'll get some business going.
Yeah, man. Get him riding. Get him up to Saratoga. Get a couple mounts. That's the ticket.
Yeah. If Johnny's no arm, you can Sammy Camacho ride him.
We might have to. We might have to break him up. Johnny's arms in a sling, which I hope it isn't. Oh my God. But that's it. We just gave you like 5 races to look at this weekend. Great racing. We've been on fire lately on the Discord. Just we had we had Linda Rice's claimer yesterday in the 4th race. I'll tell you what, Frank, when Linda Rice in these cheap claiming races, forget about it. She drops these horses down and they just bam.
Oh,
she likes to win.
absolutely.
She likes to win. It
Linda,
doesn't matter what race it is. She likes to win.
She loves to win.
She just loves to win.
Doesn't matter what racetrack it is.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She'll take Secretariat, drop him down to a $12,000 claimer, and he's gonna win. He's gonna pull off a victory.
Yeah. Well, he'd only win for 12.5 now because he's dead.
Oh, that's right. Unless it's Finger Lakes, you never know what can happen at Finger Lakes. I gotta get out to Finger Lakes. Finger Lakes is a place like if I go on a really hardcore bender, I could wake up at Finger Lakes. That's a possibility.
Yeah, really.
All right, guys, that's it. This week
like
we'll be back next week with I think next week is that the Whitney?
No, the August 2nd.
Jim Dandy's next week.
Yeah, Whitney's August 2nd.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of these days.
We'll do it again next week.
I'm going to set up right at the racetrack over there, get a picnic table, and we're just going to announce right from the track.
There we go.
All right, guys.
All right, fellas.
See you guys.
Weekend.